Guys, it's Thursday. You know what Thursday is? We're already thinking about the comics for next week. We're so excited. There are 9 comics, that's right, 9 comics you must be adding to your pull list, and we're talking about those right after this. What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau, and welcome to the channel. But guys, something feels off. It feels wrong. Hold on one second. Let me fix this. Aha! And that is so much better, guys. If you didn't know, look down below. I've said this the last few videos, and we're gonna keep saying it until it's all in your heads. It's there. We have changed the name of this YouTube channel from Bruce Moreau to the much better, the much more sophisticated and elegant and beautiful Bruce and Stephanie Comics, and it's awesome, guys. Finally, her first video, not on comics and beer, in such a long time, guys. Stephanie.
Guys, I'm back. I feel like if Bruce doesn't overlay the beginning of this video with the Eminem song, guess who's back? We'll have to pay royalties, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening. But guys, Stephanie's back for her first video since we switched over to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. We're excited. We hope you guys are excited as we are for the name change. And yeah, it's just going to be awesome moving forward. 5 days a week content. You guys love it. Comics and beer every single Friday. It's awesome. But let's take a second. Look down. Are you guys subscribed? You saw the name change, but are you subscribed? No? Well, then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and also just do us a favor. Smash that
like button.
Alright guys, we have 9 comic books on our list. That's right, 9 books that we think you must be picking up next New Comic Book Day, which is August 12th, 2020. We actually haven't read all these books, and Stephanie definitely has not read all these books.
Never read one of them. 2 of them, maybe.
But we're going to give you our opinions on why we think you guys should be picking them up. And for the books that I am reading that I have put on this list and Stephanie has not read, she's going to give you her thoughts just by looking at the covers. We thought that would be a fun little thing to add into the video for you guys. But yeah, let's jump in to the number 1 book on this list. Alright guys, the first book on this list was a book that we put on this because the community has been talking all about it a lot. And that is Alienated number 5. This is written by Simon Spurrier and art by Chris Wildgoose. That's a cool last name.
That is.
Wildgoose.
A wild goose.
But yeah, so we put this on this list because the community has been buzzing about it. We actually picked up the number 1 issue this past New Comic Book Day, which is August 5th, 2020. We haven't read it yet, but yeah, everyone's buzzing about it, so it's got to be good. What do you think of this cover?
I think the art looks really cool. I'm actually interested to read it. I read a little description of it on the internets, and it seems like a cool story. The art looks cool. I mean, Chaos likes it, so that makes me not want to read it. And I plan on like ripping into it hard if I don't like it even a little bit, just to piss Chaos off. But
so yeah, first book on the list is Alienated number 5. Let's move into the second book. Alright guys, the second book on the list is one that I am probably most excited about, and that is Dark Knight's Death Metal number 3, written by Scott Snyder and art by Greg Capullo. Yeah, I am really enjoying the Dark Knight's Metal, or Death Metal series. The second issue wasn't as good as the first, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. Scott Snyder does such a great job in building like these wild and crazy characters, and this world building that he does is so awesome. So I'm super excited about it. And babe, I'm actually showing you the cover E, which is the Incentive Doug Menke cover that I am definitely getting from Chuck at Cosmic Comics and Games in Baldwin, New York. But yeah, what do you think just by looking at this cover?
Okay, so I have not read a lot of Batman. I think I started to read Last Night on Earth, and then I didn't even finish that yet.
Which is it's in its own little world, so this has nothing to do with that.
But that would be my first Batman series to have read. I mean, I guess you have to keep reinventing the Batman series to keep people to read it.
It's true.
It's Superman with weird gorilla arms playing a guitar. It's like up there with that stupid X-Men where they have swords. It just seems...
X of Swords is going to be dumb, yes.
It seems stupid. Like, are they all death metal band members now? Do they have powers where their guitar like shoots it like SpongeBob when he's like plays the Goofy Goober song?
Maybe. I don't know.
It seems like a stretch to me to keep doing it, but I guess that's how I can't keep the same Batman story forever, so maybe.
The great thing is that there's no rock and roll in this, at least not so far, but it's so cool! All right, let's move in book number 3. All right, guys, book number 3 is Red Mother number 7. This is written by Jeremy Hahn and art by Danny Lockhart. This is a series that we have both been reading. I think Stephanie might be 1 or 2
we have
behind.
2 issues behind right now.
But yeah, we've been really enjoying this issue, or the series. The series overall does have a very slow, methodical pace to it. And, you know, I haven't loved all the issues, but it's definitely a very interesting read. The artwork is really beautiful.
I agree with everything Bruce said. It's an interesting story. They are taking a long time to get to the plot and what's going to actually happen, but I am 2 issues behind. This will be making it 3 issues behind, so maybe I'm missing out on the last 3 issues, although I have seen other people who are reading it on Instagram being like, when are we getting to this? But I have faith because it is a good story.
Yes,
so.
and we like Jeremy Hahn. He was great to us on our end of the month giveaway. So yeah, we want to support this book, and yes, we'll be picking it up. Let's move into the 4th book. Not number 4, the 4th. All right, guys, the 4th book is a new number 1, and that is 7 Secrets. Number 1, written by Tom Taylor and art by Danielle Niccolio. Nicolello? Sure. I'm terrible at pronouncing last names, so that's not going to change anytime soon. But the reason why we're picking this up is Tom Taylor is printing gold, baby! That guy is just putting, everything he puts out, I think, is absolutely amazing. I know Stephanie really enjoys a lot of the stuff that he puts out as well.
I do.
So, yeah, it's coming. It's an indie. It's an indie. Who loves indies?
Guys, I love indies. And I know Bruce is super excited about it because it's Tom Taylor, but I do think the artwork is actually really cool on this as well. So that, if I didn't know it's Tom Taylor, would kind of make me draw to it, being an indie and having cool artwork.
Yeah, the story overall sounds pretty cool. 7 sins, I guess you could say.
7 secrets.
Secrets.
That they have to protect.
Protect.
In a briefcase.
And someone comes to try to steal them.
It's like a little fortune cookie inside, like the piece of paper. It's like, this is the secret.
So yeah, Tom Taylor, 7 Secrets, number 1. Pick it up next week. It's also by Boom Studios. Gotta pick up Boom.
Boom.
All right, let's move into the 5th book. All right, I think I might have spoke too soon when I said Dark Knight's Death Metal is my most excited for book next week, because this next book is always the one I'm most excited about, and that is Something is Killing the Children, number 9.
Holy moly.
This is written by James Tynion IV, or Tynion, I always pronounce it wrong. Tynion. Art by Werther Del Dera. And guys, this book is, I don't know, fire. It really is pure fire. It is such a good book, and it's just heating up. It's just, every issue you're like, oh my god, it's so good. What's gonna happen next? Oh my god! It's monsters. It's Erica Slaughter is the character that we follow, and she's a monster killer, and she's crazy, and she's so great. And we find out that she's part of like this clan of people that kill monsters. It's so good.
I second Bruce's excitement. He's a little better at expressing it than I am, but it is a really awesome series. I think it's the longest running series I've read so far. I am up to date on this one because I would never miss an issue of this. I read it like as soon as Bruce walks in the door. I'm like, all right, my turn. Read it. And I'm reading it.
It's such a good book.
And it's great because it's not a ton of text. So like, it's mostly pictures, but they do such a good job telling the story.
Werther Del Dera crushing it on the art.
Artwork is amazing. Just the gore and everything.
It's so good. So good.
So well told through pictures.
It is. Definitely, if you're not picking this up, pick it up. There is a variant cover that I wanted to pick up, but then I saw it was $90. Sorry, not paying $90 for a variant cover. I'll pay $25. Yes, I will pay $25, but
He's done it before.
I'm not paying $90 for a variant cover. But let's move on to book number 6, shall we? All right, guys, in the number 6 slot, we have The Batman's Grave, number 9. This is written by Warren Ellis and art by Brian Hitch, and I just love the story in this book. It's such a well-written story, and I really like it. And Brian Hitch's art is just awesome. But one of my most favorite parts about this book is always the conversation in every single issue between Batman and Alfred. Like, Warren Ellis is just writing it so well. It's just so catchy, and you're like, oh, it's so endearing. I absolutely love it. It's just a good mystery, too, and it's just a great Batman story. So this is another one of those books that Stephanie is not reading. So by looking at this cover, what do you think? Why should people be picking it up based on this cover? Or why shouldn't they be picking this up?
I mean, the artwork is pretty cool. Again, another Batman story. I am new to like reading different worlds of characters every time they decide to start a new thing. So I think it will take some adjusting for me, because if I read one that I really loved and then someone else writes it and it's a different way, I think I'd be really upset. And I'm like, no, the other Batman would never do that. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll love this one and then I'll never be able to read another Batman one again.
She said maybe, guys.
Maybe.
So maybe put it on your list, but I'm saying definitely add it to your list, and let's move on to the number 7 book. All right, guys, in the number 7 slot, it doesn't mean it's the 7 down on the list. No. This is Venom number 27, written by Donny Cates and art by Juan Gideon. This story has actually been pretty cool. This is like arc number 4 or something. I don't know which arc it's on, but there's a guy hunting Venom named Virus. That's what it is. It's called Virus, and they actually went to a different reality. They went to the Maker's reality, and it's bonkers. The Maker's like an evil Reed Richards, if you didn't know, and it's crazy. And it's why Eddie Brock is trusting him. I just don't know, but it's so cool. Everything is cool about this book. We're finally off Venom Island. That story arc was terrible in my opinion, but we're finally getting back into the good stuff. Looking at this cover, Stephanie, and again, this is another one of those books that she's not reading, but she does like Donny Cates' Thor. So based on the fact that it's written by Donny Cates, it's about Venom, which is a really cool Spider-Man character, and looking at this awesome Ryan Stegman variant cover, what do you think?
Is this the same Venom that everyone's like paying
bonkers money for?
Yes. So based on that, I would probably give it a try, because everybody is losing their minds about this Venom and like charging like $500 for a cover.
It's true. Issue number 3.
Which is insane to me. But the art looks cool. I do feel like every Venom comic book I've ever seen has that same face of Venom with his tongue, and like maybe some like action scenes on the front is my suggestion to you.
Well, this is just the variant cover. The other one did have him like swinging through, which was pretty cool. But you know, it's interesting to me. I've never read anything Venom related, so I would like to read a little bit more about him. The only thing I know of Venom is that terrible Tobey Maguire movie where they had don't
Venom in that.
Don't even. Let's not talk about that.
Only connection to Venom, so hopefully this one's better.
Hopefully. But so you're saying yay or nay?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone loves it, so it's got to be for a reason.
It's Donny Cates, guys.
People
Venom.
wouldn't lie to me.
It's so good.
They wouldn't lie to me.
All right, let's move on to the number 8 book. All right, guys, the number 8 book is another one of those books that neither of us have read.
All right.
This is Wonder Woman number 760.
Holy moly.
Holy moly, 760. But we have read Wonder Woman Dead Earth, and that book is absolutely amazing. It is so good. I've tried to get into Wonder Woman a few times over the years, and just it never fits. This does have a new creative team as of 751 or something like that, with our Mariko Tamaki and Michael Janin. Michael Janin art is phenomenal, fabulous, gorgeous. I love it. Just by looking at this cover of 760, it's absolutely bonkers. I'm gonna go in, check out the interiors, see what it's about, and maybe try to go back and pick up the first issue of that new creative team. Bring it home. We'll read maybe that first issue and consider picking up the rest of them. But this one cover and this new creative team makes me interested and want to give this a shot. What do you think?
I agree. I'd like to have more women representation in our comic book collection.
Yeah.
So I would love to love Wonder Woman. I really like Dead Earth. This art does look pretty fabulous, and I like Wonder Woman as a character. I think she's got cool powers. I like her in Deceased.
Yeah, she's awesome in Deceased.
So hopefully. I know I say hopefully like at the end of every single one, so I'm not saying hopefully. It will be amazing. Pick it up or your brains will explode.
Boom! She just made your brains explode, everyone. All right, guys, let's hop into the number 9 book, which is the last book of the week that we're going to suggest to you. All right, guys, the last book of the week in the number 9 slot is X-Force number 11, written by Benjamin Percy and art by Oscar Bazadula. Oscar Bazadula. That's such a great name.
That is.
So yeah, I've been reading X-Force since issue number 1. I enjoy the X-Force team, especially the X-Force concept. The X-Force concept is they're a team that will go the extra mile and murder. They'll do the dirty deeds.
They'll do what no one else is willing to do.
So obviously the team always has Wolverine on it because he's always stabbing, he's always
He
slicing.
loves to murder. He's like, guys, I've been murdering this whole time. Welcome aboard.
I just murdered 3 people back there. But that's basically the general story. This book is slightly different. They're more of a covert operative team that goes out and, like, you know, they do have to kill sometimes, but they're doing some investigative work and stuff like that. But the story overall has been really cool. There's been some good issues and some bad issues, like that Domino Colossus story arc was terrible. I hated it. But we got out of that, and now we're back into the main team. Some cool stuff is happening. This cover has Omega Red on it and Colossus, and they're going at each other. And yeah, I'm picking this up. But the real opinion that you guys need to hear is Stephanie's. Stephanie's, what do you think about this X-Force team? Or this X-Force book? Should people be adding it to their pull list?
I don't want to be a negative Nancy, and I know this is an unpopular opinion amongst the comic book community, but I have very little reading knowledge of X-Men. The first X-Men that I read was House of X and Powers of X, and I thought those books were terrible. And I know a lot of people disagree with that.
Sure.
But I don't know, maybe as a new reader, it was very hard for me to follow. It was very hard for me to get into. I didn't even finish reading them, and I got pretty far, like 7 or 8 issues, but I couldn't care less about finishing it to the 10th. I'm a big fan of Bruce's videos and love watching them, and I know he complains about almost every X-Men spin-off that has come from those houses and doesn't enjoy them, those issues of Powers of X, House of X. So I don't have a lot of faith in X-Force.
But what do you think about the cover? That's the important thing.
Is
Colossus.
Cool, but I mean, it's going to take a lot for X-Men to sell me to want to come back, especially since they made that X-Swords comic. I can't.
It's not out yet. It's not out yet.
I'm sorry, it's just, no.
So you're saying, don't add it to the pull list.
Don't add it to the pull list.
All right, guys, I'm still saying add it to the pull list. There wasn't a lot of other stuff going on this week, especially for Marvel. And like I said, I like X-Force. But let's wrap this video up, shall we? All right, guys, those are the 9 books that we think you should be adding to your pull list. And if you follow Stephanie, you probably only have 6 on that pull list. But
6 is all you need. 6 good books. Who wants to read 9 and 3 of them are terrible?
They're not going to be terrible, guys. They're going to be great. But you know what? Stephanie is back. She's going to start being in a lot more videos moving forward. And yeah, you guys...
I'll read more, guys. That's our plan after this, is for me to go through all of Bruce's books and pull out a whole bunch.
Get caught up.
Get caught up. Because there's a bunch of books. I want to read King of Nowhere. There's a bunch of other indies I saw that through Bruce's videos, and I got things to do. I know that Chaos had mentioned Sandman, which I do want to get into Sandman, and Saga, which I actually asked Bruce to get me a bunch of those issues for my birthday.
Yes.
So I'm going to have so many things to talk about.
So many things. You guys should get excited.
My opinion will actually matter because I'll actually have it based on real facts instead of just now where it's based on pictures.
We're also going to be finishing the Umbrella Academy tonight and recording a video tomorrow that we'll either post on the weekend or next week sometime. But yeah, get excited. More stuff coming through. Guys, Stephanie, that's all you need to know. Stephanie, Stephanie, Stephanie. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you get subscribed. Smash that like button. Hit that bell notification. Comics and Beer every single Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Anything else?
Spoiler. We really like Umbrella Academy.
All right, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.